Hi everybody, Dave here from Mahala's Today is August 20th, 2018. Today it's all about the community update. So the first thing to talk about today is the fact that I have uploaded the solar returns for everybody that's joined the community, except for one person. If you haven't received one, send me your information with regards to where you were on your last birthday. And there's a couple of people that haven't yet got set up. I don't have personal information for, so I can't put up reports until that personal information comes through. But that's up. I've also ordered some more software, so stay tuned. I've got some new stuff coming along. Hopefully it won't be more than a week or so away. And we'll get a next collection of reports of some sort or another. Anyway, if you've had reports done by somebody and you have some or you really liked it and you know that people in the community would like it, let me know about it. Send me an email. I would love to hear about it because there's a bunch of different astrology software programs out there that generate reports, and because of the community, it's a buyer's club. We're basically going to anybody that joins in, it's going to bring in some cash flow that I'm going to apply right towards that next software package. The idea is to be able to get everybody these reports so you have a rich environment of information. And it might seem like it's a lot of information, but that's okay because you get to find the reports that you resonate with. Anyway, those reports are coming up. And also, you might have noticed that I have on the website been sharing a little bit about my passions. So some of you might be thinking, what the heck is Bitcoin or what the heck is Litecoin? So one of my passions, excuse me, is cryptocurrencies. So I got interested in this a couple years ago, and what's kind of evolved out of that as I've studied it and come to understand what it's all about, it dawned on me how this relates to the changes in the financial system that are coming our way. So for years, you've been seeing that Mahala has been writing about changes in the financial system. Things are right on the brink. Things are going to change. Things have been in development underneath, kind of hidden and out of the way. Well, it could be that Bitcoin or Litecoin or one of these cryptocurrencies could very well be where everything goes as we move forward, how the changes might unfold for us. And so the more I look at Bitcoin, the more I look at Litecoin, the more I see how this technology has empowered the purse to come back into the hands of the people rather than in the hands of the controllers. So it basically is going to turn the tide. It's going to bring the power back to the people. The more people that become aware of what Bitcoin's doing, the more people that become aware of what its little sibling Litecoin is doing, you're going to understand how the transformation is going to start to occur. I've studied that. If you have questions, feel free to ask me about that. But in the process, I thought it might be kind of fun to do some astrology on those two projects, on the Bitcoin project and on the Litecoin project, and look at it in a mundane type of way. So what you've seen on the website and what I get to show you here is I'm sharing that passion. And so what you're going to find is that in the community section, you're going to find that I put up a report with regards to the personality of Bitcoin, how the reports that I've been generating for people, how those reports would interpret what Bitcoin would be like if Bitcoin were a person. I've also put up a solar return of Bitcoin. So here, just like you have a solar return for the community members, have a solar return, I've done the same thing for Bitcoin. And I did this in 2 steps. So not only did I do a return for 2018, I also did a return for 2019. And the reason for this is that the 2018 return for Bitcoin started on January 3rd and wraps around. So we're 2/3 the way through the year, which means when I interpreted the energies that would transpire for the year, anybody that's been following the Bitcoin community should be able to look out and see the activities that happened in this year. And there's only a little bit left so that you can get a feeling for the types of energies that have transpired And then I went in and interpreted for 2019 using the same processes in order to show what's going to be coming up for 2019. The energies have changed. I encourage you to go take a look. If you want to see what might transpire for 2019, it's worth giving a look at. And for a lot of you, you don't want to spend a lot of time with it. So what I did specifically for you is that I put in the conclusion that I drew with regards to the analysis at the very top. So you're going to see a write-up. It's not very long with regards to that conclusion. Following that, you're going to find the data. The data is going to unfold what we're looking for, and then all of the aspects. So here, I'm just going to page through this quickly. So I went and manually interpreted each one of these configurations, and I wrote up what I thought the energies would be for those aspects. And I went a little bit farther. So there's a whole bunch of them in there. And then out of all that, I drew the conclusion. What I thought the basic lessons, the major energies are going to be for this particular project going into the next year. And I'm even more excited about the Litecoin project. So the Litecoin is built off of Bitcoin. It's doing the same thing, but the energies of Litecoin are different than the energies of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's about the show. Litecoin's about making it happen. So I have put up a chart with regards to picking how I determine Litecoin's birth time. And stay tuned, because in the next week, I'm going to unroll 2 interpretations that I have for Litecoin. The previous report and the next report. So you're going to get to see what energies are coming our way for the next year. And Litecoin starts in the first week in October to October. So those energies are going to cover that particular time range. And what's also going to be interesting here, and you're going to be able to look forward with this, is that I'm going to, with both of these projects, as major transits come along, as Uranus changes houses, as different aspects occur throughout the year, if those transits are going to affect these projects, you'll see me put up an article about them. It may not make the homepage of the website, but I'll definitely put it in the community section of the website. And I will include it in these update reports that come along. So I just wanted to share that. If you have any questions at all about what those technologies are, well, I worked at Microsoft for 25 years. I've dealt with software. I've done a lot of these projects, and I'm really excited about what this technology does for humanity versus what it would do for corporations. It's a radical change in the philosophies of how the software is going to function. And then there's another thing I'd like to do. So the third thing of business is the request for feedback. The request for feedback is specifically that tied to joining in the fun. So take a look at the last thing here. Is basically we're still offering the 1-year subscriptions to people in the community to join in and get reports crafted for you. But because of the activity in that community, that's going to support me being able to go in and do some more mundane type of interpretations for things that you're interested in. So for instance, if I know there's a lot of people that are really interested in politics, about what's happening in the US, what's happening for the leaders, the Trump. And I don't really have a lot of interest in politics. But if there's other things coming along, for instance, let's say that there is a meditation event that's coming along, and that meditation event has a very large following. There's people in lots of different areas. Or if that meditation event is scheduled for a particular time, in a particular place, and it has a particular intention, I would love to run a chart for that and do some interpretations, even if it's high-level interpretations on how that might be interpreted in the grand scheme of things. Or if there's another project that's working in the background that tends to shine the light on things, I would love to find that. Or if you are involved in a spiritual type of activity and it has a big impact, but not necessarily seen, I would love to also, again, see if it's appropriate to be able to draw charts for that. Ultimately, the time spent there is going to be funded by the people that join the community. So if you are interested in that type of activity, join the community, get the reports. But the funding for that is going to feed over into buying some of my time to be able to create these mundane reports, to be able to follow those adventures and to talk about them on the website. So anyway, this was intended to be a short rundown on where we are in the community right now. And I would love to see more people join in and sharing with regards to what it is on those spiritual things that they're doing that may tie into bigger organizations that might be doing things that we can run astrology charts on. Anyway, just want to give you that update. Join the community, join our email list, like or subscribe, do all those things that everybody does to make things socially aware. But meanwhile, I'll be here doing reports for you. Talk to you soon.